Hello there everyone, so I'm Bart here, and welcome to more of Don Bluth Month. With the success of American Tail, Don Bluth and Steven Spielberg began making their second and last film together. And this one brought up 12 direct-to-DVD sequels, 2 stand-alone videos, a few CD-ROM games, a few video games, a DVD game, and a TV series of the same name. And the one that started it all combines light and dark moments, a journey story that mainly follows the young cast of characters, and small issues of prejudice. And that film is called The Land Before Time. A young brontosaurus named Littlefoot has lost his mother to a Tyrannosaurus Rex called Sharptooth, and was separated from his grandparents by an earthquake. But he soon joins up with a young Triceratops named Sarah, a young Parasaurolophus named Ducky, a young Pterodactyl named Petrie, and a young Stegosaurus named Spike, and they all go out in search of what's known as the Great Valley to meet up with their families, while also avoiding various dangers. So what do I think of this movie? Why, I find it to be a great film, and there are many things which makes it so. One is how everyone and everything has a certain name. Like leaves are tree stars, T-Rex has Sharptooth, earthquakes has earthshakes, Triceratops has 3 horns, Brontosauruses has long necks, Stegosauruses are spike tails, Pterodactyls are flyers, Parasaurolophus are big mouths, etc. They are how the characters say them, and they are recognizable even when they have a different name. And speaking of characters, all of them are great and wonderful. They all have fun personalities and have great voices. Littlefoot, Sarah, Petrie, Ducky, Spike, the whole cast of characters are unique in every way. Though I'd say Sharptooth's more of an animal than a character, since he doesn't plot anything and only chases the young heroes just to eat them and survive. The music itself is very memorable, and its one song is about the same. Again, it's James Horner, and he brings out many good tunes, from the depressing to the lighthearted, and from the threatening to the spectacular. But there is one portion of the music that kind of started the argument of James Horner copying music, and it's with the climax against Sharptooth, where the first few notes are from Peter and the Wolf, in which the wolf gets its tail caught in Peter's trap. Just listen to them back to back, and you will see. Although I don't seem to mind too much, even if it's noticeable, he just plays it in a huge and theatrical way. The film's only song, If We Hold On Together, with lyrics by Will Jennings and some by Diana Ross, is a very sweet one and an almost tearful melody. But much like the songs for An American Tail, the lyrics can be forgettable at times. And if you've seen my review of that, then you'll know my feelings for the song in this film. But out of all the moments and all the wonder that this film brings, there is just one question that I have to bring up. How or why is George Lucas credited as executive producer in this? Well, even though there is not much explanation to his involvement, there are quite a few, such as it was his idea to make Sarah a female, and both him and Spielberg wanted to make it like the Rite of Spring segment from Fantasia. But everything else of his involvement is not really mentioned. I mean, it is an Amblin production and not a Lucasfilm Limited production. So, you'll just have to go figure to what else he's brought. But that doesn't stop from having very good actors voicing the characters. Judith Barcy voices Ducky, Pat Hingle voices Rooter and is the narrator, Gabriel Damon voices Littlefoot, Helen Shaver voices Littlefoot's mother, Burke Bryans voices Daddy Tops, Candace Hudson voices Sarah, and Will Ryan voices Petrie. As a whole, this movie is great. The characters are great, the story is wonderful, and the animation is, of course, superb as any. I'd say this would be my second favorite Don Bluth film, first being Anastasia, and to where that film has very memorable musical moments and wonderful characters, this film has about the same feeling, with its own many wonderful characters, great music, very well done animation, and a beautiful song at the end credits. And perhaps someday, I might be able to see it again. So today, this movie we get a rating of 4 stars. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, and tune in next week for the conclusion of Don Bluth Month. With the success, with the success, with the success, with the success,